Time for another stock review. We're talking Hasbro, we're talking games, we're talking toys, and congratulations to Hasbro. Dungeons and Dragons special coming up alongside Furbies. Yes, remember them? They're still around. I remember those years ago. They're still going with a modern, fresh look, I'm sure. Probably in 4K, like we are broadcasting in 4K, all nice and shiny. Well, today I'm going to give you a review on Hasbro. Should you buy Hasbro? Does it make sense? Well, during this review, I'm going to give you the most up-to-date, most advanced algorithmic software, giving you the balance sheet, the profit and loss, show you the debt position, the inside trading, a profitability score, a solvency score. I'm also going to show you the website. We're also going to celebrate Dungeons and Dragons 50 years. Can you believe it? I grew up with this. Yeah, I'm that old. But I don't care. The older I get, the more refined I get, like fine wine. At least that's what I try to tell myself. And do you know what? Something else that's good when you get old? Your wife gets more and more beautiful. Do you know why? Because your eyes get more and more blurry and all the lines get less and less. She gets younger and younger every year. It's amazing. She won't mind me saying that. We laugh about it all the time. I get better looking for her as well. All these lines, they fade away every year. She just thinks I get younger every year. It's amazing. Anyway, a full back test against the S&P 500. We're going to cover all of that on this video. So is it a place to make money? Well, it's certainly a place to play with your Dungeons and Dragons. But can you make money on this stock? Well, we're going to rub our chin and we're going to look like serious people, yes. But just before we start shouting at everybody and get all excited like everybody used to do on the New York Stock Exchange, not so much these days, as we found out when we reported live from there with one of our CEOs, Jefferson Boots. Remember that? All right, let's get straight into Hasbro. Now then, if you like my content, tap the like button. Have you done it? We expect to be at 10 million subscribers in a few years. Our rate of growth is going, it's literally parabolic, and we expect to have more subscribers than Graham Stepan and Meet Kevin combined. And you know why? Because we got the most loyal family in the world. That's why we go live up to 10 hours a day. If you don't like the channel, please click the down like. I'm not trying to gain subscribers. I'm trying to build the best community. So if you click down like, you won't be shown my content anymore. And then we'll end up with the people that love the channel. Make sense? And you'll be happier because you'll find what you want. And now you've done that, have you subscribed and rung the bell? Make sure you ring the bell, otherwise you'll miss my breaking news. And I have breaking news for my members all day, every day. Oh yeah, I'm never not here. I bet you're sick of me, right? 4K now as well. You can even watch me now. Does it look better? If you zoom in, look at the cogs underneath, you'll find that there's a little option to select 4K. You can now watch me on a big screen TV the size of your house. See that? See every line on my face? Maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Anyway, okay, Hasbro. Is Hasbro a buy? Let's go straight into it. Now, obviously not everyone knows what Hasbro is, so we need to start at the beginning, and we'll get deeper and deeper as we go down. So, Hasbro. What is Hasbro? Well, Hasbro engages in the provision of children and family leisure time products and services. Not just children, no. Dungeons and Dragons, with a portfolio of brands and entertainment properties. By the way, as we come, in fact, I'll wait for just a moment. The firm's brands of toys include Power Rangers, Magic, The Gathering, Monopoly. I always used to win at that. My Little Pony, Nerf, Play-Doh and Transformers. Show more. It operates through the following segments: consumer products, Wizards and the coast of digital gaming, entertainment and corporate and other. The consumer products segment markets and sells toys and game products around the world. That's good because we have members in 58 countries. I don't know if any other channel. Does anybody else have a channel? Meet Kevin. Have you got members in 58 countries? We have. All right. It also promotes brands through the out-licensing of trademarks. I'm just winding up Meet Kevin now. Getting brave now, aren't I? Another brand and intellectual property rights to third parties. And although the sale of branded consumer products such as toys and apparel, the Wizards of the Coast and digital gaming segment promotes the company's brands through the development of trading cards, role-playing, and digital game experiences based on Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast properties. The entertainment segment develops and distributes entertainment content. It's not as entertaining as this, though, is it? Including film, scripted, and unscripted television. Basically, I am a Hasbro product. Hasbro, you need to call me. Kristen P. Cox, call me. The CEO, there he is, call me. You know what? I've always said you can't buy my channel. You can't sponsor my channel to get me to say things, but you can. You can send me some toys. I would like a My Little Pony, please. And I'd also like some updated Furbies, all right? Because mine were added when I was a kid. A bit old and rubbish now. Anyway, the listed name of the company, the CEO is Christian P. Cox. If you'd like Christian to be on the show, and he can, because we interview CEOs. Oh yeah, we've already done 2, and we've got more coming up. At the making of this time you see this video, I've probably done 20. Who knows? Depends when you see it, right? We do Meet the CEO series, and the CEOs say to me they prefer being here than Bloomberg and CNBC and Mad Money, because we have a conversation with a cup of tea. Yeah, not like the Americans. We don't do it with coffee. We certainly don't do it with iced tea. We do it with a cup of tea, and we get to know the man behind the stock. That's what it's all about, right? So, Christian, if you'd like to be on my show, please do call me. All the investors, they'll message you now. Look out, the Lucasades. We've got loads of fan club pages being set up. They will message you, the investor relations. They'll also tag this video in your social media. So get ready, Christian. You'll know about this show in about a week from now, because it will be hashtagged all over the place. Look out for the word Lucasades, all right? That's my army. They're coming for you because they want you on the show. They want you to come on the show and tell everybody how wonderful Hasbro is. Rhode Island. Remember Miss Congeniality? Sandra Bullock? Rhode Island. That's where it's got to be good. It's got to be good because Sandra Bullock made a film and she was from there in the film. So it's got to be good. Founded 1923. I'm loving it. Maintenance requirement 25%. So it's regarded as low risk. $7 billion. So they earn more than I do. Damn it. Right. High today is 51.70. 52-week high, $73. 52-week low, 42.66. Price earnings ratio, negative 4.76. What's all that about? We'll come to the balance sheet, the numbers, and all the profits and loss later on. But it also provides a dividend yield, 5.48. Now, there's no point having a great dividend if the growth rate, the price earnings ratio, is rubbish. If you've got a high growth and a high dividend, well, that's the golden goose. No one has that. No one has a high dividend consistently growing and a growth rate that's on an S-curve. Doesn't exist. You got to choose one or the other, and we'll cover all that later in the video. The average volume is 2.63, so quite low volume, really. People just buy and hold it, I guess, for the dividend, right? Anyway, let's scroll down. Morningstar. Do we listen to Morningstar? No. Boo. Why? Because they're paid to present the reviews like JD Power. This is the best car in the world. It's a marketing agency. Well, Morningstar, of course, they're paid to present to do the reviews. They might have their own incentives. I don't know. I do it for free, and that's why all my reviews appear on the best research website for stocks, Alpha Spread. Every single one of mine appear there. They cherry pick the rest because mine are real and honest. And we have a little bit of cup of tea while we're making it. Anyway, they're saying it's a buy at 61%. Are they right? We'll tell you if they're right later on. I'll give you my opinion when we get to the numbers. The Bulls say the firm enjoys a stable expense base and should be able to leverage operating margins to above 20%. As higher margin games become a larger percentage of the total sales. That's good. What do the Bears say? Boo. De-escalation from the supply chain and bloated retail network inventories could intermittently weigh on profits, particularly during periods of economic duress. And we are certainly in that state right now. We're now in recession in the UK. I'm based here in Dallas, Texas. But that's good for the markets, though. When the economy hits the bottom, That's when you know you got to start buying the economy, start buying the stock market, right? The economy and the markets are separate. Now then, where are we at the moment? We've been up and down with our earnings. Flipping heck. We were always profitable, and then we're verging on the level of not making any money for a while. Look at that, at 0.01. Then we went up again, and now back down again. What's going on here? Well, estimated share per share is 66 cents. They actually achieved 38. So it's a big miss. A big miss. Is it an opportunity to buy right now? Well, let's see who else is buying the stock. That gives us some sentiment. Disney. Not so sure Disney's a good buy anymore. Verizon. I've not reviewed it, so I don't know. Nintendo, not reviewed it, so I don't know. Coca-Cola, one of my top stocks. Great company, fantastic. Oh, by the way, full disclosure, I only own the S&P. I am fully invested. Every penny I've got in the world is invested in the S&P. I only own one stock. That's it. The reason is, you know that my reviews are real, unpaid, unbiased, honest. I don't own any other stock. I'm not here to pump and dump stocks. I'm here to make money for my viewers, my audience, and provide the best information. And if it's great, I'll say if it's great. If it's rubbish, I'll say it's rubbish. That's it. That's what we're about. Coca-Cola is one of those great companies. AT&T, well, if you believe all the rumors, they're going to be providing 4G in space with Elon Musk on NASA, not on NASA, beg your pardon, on Mars. Maybe one for the future. And maybe it's not so far away. Who's going to own the internet on Mars? I tell you who it ain't going to be. It ain't going to be me, all right? Okay, but it could be AT&T. Right, let's go and look now. So what do you think so far? Rubbish? What do you think it's so far? Tap the like button, tap the down like button. I don't mind what you do, just do something. Let's go and look now and see if all of this makes sense. We're going to get our credit card out and potentially, Jordan Smith, make a purchase. Should we buy this stock? Does it make sense? Should we go and have a further look? I think we need to. Let's go and have a look first of all at the website. Let's get to know more about the business. Furby. We love a bit of Furby, don't we? It's them big ears. It's them big ears. Look, My Little Pony, always been a favourite. I say that. I don't know. I haven't even got any kids. Has anybody got a My Little Pony? If you do, reply in the comments if you've got any of these toys. And we'll see which is the most popular toy. So whatever toy you've got from Hasbro, reply in the comments and I will reply back to every one of my members' comments. I want to know what toys you've got from Hasbro and we'll find out what the most popular toy is. Not what they say, what our members say. So reply to the video when it comes out and we'll find out. Elite Explorer, that looks a bit good. My Little Pony. What about Transformers action figures? You like a bit of a Transform? We like that. I never had any of that. I was Action Man. Dungeons and Dragons. Play-Doh. Now, Play-Doh, yes. I love the smell of Play-Doh. You smell it. It's like kids' version of cocaine. Shouldn't say that. Should I edit that bit out? No, I'll leave it in. I'll leave that in. Shouldn't have said that. I don't even know. I've never done it, right? Should never have said that. I'm definitely going to edit this out. No, I'm not. Leave it in. You know what I mean? The point I'm making is you smell it and it smells nice, right? You go, oh, that smells good, that. It's like that. I used to even eat it. As a kid, you could eat it, especially the purple Play-Doh. It sort of tasted like blackberries. I don't think it really did. Anyway, Monopoly. What about Monopoly? I love Monopoly. I was always the car, never the top hat, always the car. All right, I love all this. But there's only one thing though. They don't do Skeletrix. Because if they're watching right now, which they will be, because you'll all be tagging this around, make sure that we get hold of Mattel, because I need Skeletrix, right? That's what I need. Right? Half the house is a studio. The other half of the house might as well just be Skeletrix. My wife would just then leave me. So, there you go. 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. Congratulations. 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. 50 million fans. I have to say, I've never played it. It all seems too complicated for me. Anyway, this is the breaking news for Hasbro. Out of the small cobbler's home in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin in 1974, generation of dreamers and adventure seekers were inspired with the publication of the first version of Dungeons and Dragons. The tiny black text and the line drawings printed on those first pamphlets, better, have grown into beautifully illustrated, is that tomes? Beautifully illustrated tomes. New word. Meticulously crafted physical artifacts and comprehensive digital tools, all designed to enhance the core of Dungeons and Dragons, getting together to sell fantastic stories with friends and family. Now, stewards of that legacy of imaginative play, Wizards of the Coast is poised to celebrate 5 decades of fantasy role-playing in 2024 by engaging with fans at events around the world and offering games, entertainment, and products informed by the history of Dungeons and Dragons to inspire generations to come. There you go. 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. Now, this is all well and good so far. We're liking it. It's exciting. We've got passion. We've got history. We've got drama. We've got Dungeons and My Little Pony. And we've got people commenting to this video. As you're watching it, I can look below and I can see all the comments. I can see you're commenting. Yeah, there's one down here about that Play-Doh thing. I maybe ignore that, but all the rest look pretty good. So continue commenting to this video, all right? Of course, I'm making this in a live show, so right now I can't really see that, but I'm imagining that it's happening. Is it happening? Are you writing it now? There you go. All right, let's go and look at the numbers, because at the end of the day, it's all very well and good, all this excitement, but does it make money? Does it make money? Can we make money from it? Because we're investors, right? We're not just gamers. We're not just Dungeons and Dragons and riding around on little tiny pink ponies. No, we've got to make money from this stock. So how do we do it? Let's have a look. Now then, the intrinsic value of the company is undervalued by 38%. Tick. Base case. Best case, 55%. Tick. Worst case, 13%. We can live with a 13% overvaluation. We certainly can, because we've got a dividend here as well. As long as it's a dividend king and it always pays out and increases, we'll look at that. If we can, that would make sense. Zaxate, during the making of this video, said, watching your review makes me want to buy toys again. That's what happens, mate. This review is going to rank #1 in the world again, as all our reviews do. They don't, but eventually they will. If I keep saying it, they will. If you believe it, they will, right? But there you go. We've got Zaxate here. One of our members and moderators is going to go out now and buy a bit of Hasbro toys just because of my review. So Hasbro, if you're listening, pay attention. I want some gifts. I want some gifts in the post. I want toys. Right, now then, have we got any warnings on this intrinsic value? No, we don't. This warning is, this review is accurate. So this is a good buy. So far, it's a tick. Solid company with a great intrinsic value, but that's not enough to buy it. So hold your horses before you suddenly say, I'm going to buy loads of Hasbro. Wait, hold your horses. Let me run in real time through my amazing software, world-leading software. And by the way, if you want this at the end, you can get my software. All right, you can get this. It's way better than Motley Fool, way better than everybody else. The best software in the world for reviewing stocks. Let me run a back test, and at the end of the video, I'll give you the link for it. You can see there, and you might want to pause the video at this point and take a closer look, and we're in 4K now, so you can zoom in and it'll look amazing on a big screen TV. You can zoom in there and see the real valuation of this company, all right? Okay, let's scroll down. Have you done that? Of course you've done it. Why would you not do it? It's how to make money. Hasbro's 2023 journey was complex, contending with inventory excess and strategic shifts, hence the down recently. Yet noteworthy success emerged like Monopoly Go. I tell you what, if they send me a game of Monopoly on the show, I'll get it to rank #1 in the world. Everybody will buy it. Just saying, Hasbro, send it in. All the investors here, message Hasbro. Tag my video reviews. Get them to know about me. They'll send me the Monopoly. I'll make a video with it. Acclaimed as the top mobile games launch in the US, selling E1 improved financial health and aggressive inventory actions reduced levels over 50%. Wizards segment will shrink 3 to 5% in 24 after a standout year, but consumer products and entertainment are pivoting for profitability, eyeing 4 to 6% and improved margins, respectively. Streamlining and cost-saving measures aim to yield $750 million by 2025, bolstering Hasbro's strategic sparing and innovation engine, despite a 7 to 12% revenue dip in 2024. So a lot of not so good earnings there, but the Q4 earnings weren't too good, were they? Anyway, let's look at the numbers. What we're looking for, as Warren Buffett would often say, who often comes to me for advice, and I say, Warren, I'd love to give you some advice, but I'm too busy, mate, talking to the Lucasades. Come back when I've got more time. He's been waiting for nearly 2 years. Right, the revenue is $5.4 billion, which is down 3% on the most recent range. Now, we are expecting a dip. They've announced that. So maybe now is a good time to buy, because if that dividend is still paying, which it might not be, we'll cover it in a minute. If that dividend is still paying and it's increasing and we're in a dip at the moment, they've admitted to that, but they're expecting things to improve, which I would expect to see improvements over the next couple of years. This might be a great time to buy the stock. It is undervalued on intrinsic terms, so this is looking good. Operating income. Operating income is up 8% and expect to increase. Good news. Net income. Well, we had a big dip here. Now then, a one-off. They're expecting it to go back up again. A one-off and expecting to go back up. So this could be a good time to buy the stock right now. So far, this is adding up to a great company, oversold, undervalued, with great history. But does the balance sheet add up? Do the inside tradings add up? We'll come to that in a minute. This is a buy so far from me. Will it become a strong buy, or will we come back to a sell? Let's have a look. Cash flow up 32% on the most recent range. That's much better. No projections though. Capital expenditure. We've been spending a lot of money and now that's reducing. That's a good sign. -3. That's good. Operating cash flow up 10%. That's good. Lot of good things coming out of here right now. Let's look at the balance sheet. $8.3 billion in assets. How much cash have we got? $184 million. Got some cash. Balance sheet, $6.1 billion liabilities. It's at that sort of 75% I can live with. Any more, it would have been a bad balance sheet. Up to that point, we've still got more assets and liabilities. We can live with that. Hope we don't have too much long-term debt. We've got $184 million in cash. Long-term debt is half of our liabilities. Okay, we've been spending money, we've been borrowing money, 3.7. Now then, we've got some cash, 184 million, so we can't really make any sort of dent in the long-term debt. The long-term debt is 59%. It's considerable. Half of our liabilities is debt. However, with the position of the stock being down, as long as the dividends are looking good and the future forecast comes good, at the price we are right now And most importantly, if interest rates come down, this can be a catalyst. This can be a catalyst today on the stock, because the rates come down, that debt becomes cheaper. That can make their profitability soar. Let's have a look at the efficiency. Efficiency, 60%, 13%, net margin negative at the moment. So we've got some good and bad news there, mixed bag. What about the profitability? 48% is the score. Everything is good apart from positive 3-year revenue growth. That's only amber. Everything else is good, but nothing bad. 48% profitability is good. Not the best, but it's good. Solvency score. Is the company going bust? Well, it's because of that debt and the profits at the moment. 37%. Now, we need to be clear. We've got red, amber, and green. Not many companies have a bright green balance solvency score. 37, the company is not going bust. It's been around for a very long time. Very well managed company, survived through all kinds of macro conditions over the history of its lifetime. 37%. Will improve and get us into the 45s, 50s, which would be very safe if we can start to see the rates come down, which we will later on this year, late spring, summer. That's what I've been predicting for 18 months. And I believe that's the case. So this stock right now is primed to go up. It could be a great buy. As long as that dividend payment works out and the inside trading, it's still a buy from me. It's still a buy. What about Wall Street? They're saying 17% upside, which is ahead of the S&P, but only just. 56, 51%, but we're not in a best case scenario right now. We're not. Macro conditions are hard, but they will improve. 4% on the downside. Again, I can live with that. I can live with the worst case scenario of 4% if the dividends are reliable. The competitive landscape. If you want to compare other balance sheets, other toy manufacturers, other companies like this, I'll give the link. It's above my head or below in the description. You can use my software and you can do your own research, okay? All my members get a lifetime discount of this software, making my membership for free. If you want the premium full-blown plan, which is what I use, or you can have a free version and you can review a couple of stocks in a limited way. Again, using my links below in the description and above my head as well. Now then, this is good news. This is good news. During the last 12 months, insiders have not bought any shares and have not sold any shares. None. No transactions in the last 12 months. The last was made in 2022, who bought shares, and that was Burns Michael Raymond, who bought shares in 2022. No selling at all. No buying either, but no selling. So that's good. And the reason why it's good is if things start to improve, we want to buy the stock before the insiders buy it. Because if they bought it, the stock's already gone up. You've missed the boat. You want to do your research, which is what the purpose of this video is. Buy it before, and then you can catch it as they buy it. So that's good. They haven't bought, they haven't sold. Just sat there waiting. What about What about short interest? 6.93. So there's some negative sentiment here. I don't think the price can go much lower than where it is, as long as that dividend looks good, and we'll come on to that in a minute. So have you liked the video? I forgot to mention that. Have you left a comment below the video? Have you told me what your favorite toy is? Because I will reply to all of my members. Every member will get a reply. I'll even make a video if it's necessary for your question. Let me look below the comments. Are you writing comments? Yeah. Someone's got a little pony. Yeah. Yeah. Someone likes the Dungeons and Dragons. Someone wishes they sold Scalextrics, but they don't. All right, leave your comments. I'll reply to them all. Now then. The short interest is enough to bring the stock down so you get a lower price, but not enough to get a short squeeze. We don't have the volume here. I don't ever imagine this stock getting short squeeze. Doesn't have enough volume. I can't see it happening. And also, we don't have enough volume or enough short interest anyway. I'm nearly coming to the end of the video. If you want a comment read out during the video, do a super chat with a comment. It will read it out and put it on the screen, and you can be part of the video. Don't miss your opportunity. We're nearly at the end. Right, what does the media say about the stock? Just very quickly. Their reviews appear here. Mine will be here in a couple of days' time, and mine will be right at the top because it's the best. Just happens to be the latest, but, you know, it's also the best. Right, let's have a look at what they have to say here.
Shares of the toy maker falling after reporting fourth quarter earnings that missed expectations. Revenue declined 23% to $1.29 billion. Adjusted earnings per share, that came in at 38 cents versus the 64 cents that the street was looking for. Full year guidance for 2024 also disappointing investors. For more on the results and the year ahead, for Hasbro at least, and plus some of the other toy makers, we've got Zachary Waring, who is the CFRA analyst. Great to have you here, Zach. Let's first start with Hasbro here. I mean, it feels like, and our team in our newsroom meeting thought I was joking this morning, but hey, Wizards of the Coast, my goodness, that segment at least growing 7%, but there's some other warning spots within this report. Want to get your read.
Yeah, I think for us, we see this as kind of a throw in the towel quarter. They took a bunch of impairment charges. Obviously, big revenue miss, bottom line miss. So, you know, miss across the boards. Guidance was very conservative, we think. So, we think this quarter was kind of throwing the towel. Let's set expectations low going into 2024. I mean, and we expect them to beat throughout 2024. We think they've given conservative guidance, and they can beat easily.
And Zachary, we know that in that earnings report, we saw CEO Chris Cox talking about, they have a healthier balance sheet entering into 2024, leaner cost structure, diverse portfolio here. When do we start seeing that pay off, I guess, longer term here? What are investors hoping for that they didn't get from this earnings report?
2026.
Yeah, I think what the big thing was with the balance sheet was inventories are now back down to below 2019 levels. They've started to pay down some debt. They've got some debt coming due in November, which we expect them to pay off, and not refinance. And we think now, they've kind of laid the groundwork to, make some slow improvements through this year. They've guided for basically down 5% revenues. And
enough of that. I think you can see what I'm saying. Exactly like I said, 2026 will be the year for Hasbro. Paying off the debts is what I said they need to do, and they can do that. Interest rates coming down, that'll improve. Like you said, throw in the towel. They've set expectations low, so they'll beat on earnings. I think this is a definite buy from me, as long as those dividends are looking good. Let's come on to that in a second. Right, the sentiment of the stock. Let's have a look. Last 90 days. It was 47% negative. Last 30 days, 54% negative. Last 7 days, 66% negative. Remember, what Warren Buffett would do, on my advice, is always look for a great company with a great balance sheet, great history, diversified portfolio, proprietary, unique. Let's be honest, Hasbro has a name and a brand, no question about that. Some massive products within that brand that is down at the moment, that can reduce its debt, that can stimulate the stock with interest rates. This could be good. So anyway, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for a stock that's been beaten up. Now then, the last thing we need to do is a full check and against the S&P and a dividend check. So are you ready for the final part of the puzzle? Should we buy this stock? Have you commented below? Yes, the comments are getting busy. I'm going to be busy typing back all my replies. Yep. All right. So, okay. All my members get a reply back. Sorry, the rest of you, I just don't get time, but I will reply to all my members. Okay. So let me go and look now at the numbers of the dividend. Does that make sense? Here we go. Now then, we're going to go back to 2012. 36 cents, 36. What we want to see is never miss and increase. That's a dividend king. 36, 36, 36, 40, 40, 40, 40, 43, 43, 43, 44, 40, and at the back of the room, get me once going twice. Yes, I know. It sounds like that. 43, 46, 46, 46, 46, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 57, 57, 57, 57. Give up, Martyn. 57, 63, 63, 68, 68, 68, 68, 68, 68, 68, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. We're now in 2024. We've increased, we've paid. This is good. This is exactly the final piece I wanted to see. I'm going to give it a big like. I'm even going to give it some love. Yes, it's a strong buy from me. It's a strong buy from me. I'm sure this video will rank on YouTube. People will buy it and you will see it go up. Levin Hop, yes, we are now broadcasting in 4K. We've increased the quality of our broadcast. You like it? Watch me now on a big screen TV. I look amazing. You won't believe it. Right, so now then, 15th of May, 2024, they're paying 70 cents. Let's see where it goes in August of 24. Right, now then, a back test against the S&P 500. The S&P is in blue, $10,000 in 2011. We would now have 49, 5x. We've 5x'd since 2011. Hasbro has gone from 10,000 down to 15,700. So we haven't made that much money since 2011. And yes, that is reinvesting the dividends. So the S&P has made you more money. However, if we look at Hasbro, it has followed the S&P until we had the collapse in 2020. COVID. Makes sense. All businesses did. Then it started to recover and then it faded away just like the S&P did, but fell away on these most recent earnings mostly. All of this. So this is now an extreme buy for me. One, the dividends. It qualifies, it's not a dividend king, hasn't been doing it long enough, but it qualifies as a dividend king potentially. Number one, big tick. Balance sheet, it's about the debt, they're going to reduce the debt. Interest rates are going to come down, that's good. Great products, proprietary, unique, strong balance sheet, strong company, all of that. It follows the S&P, an ever-increasing dividend, and it dropped off like the S&P in COVID, came back, but it's only fallen away on the most recent earnings, which they know and will bounce back from. So is it a buy from me? It's an extreme buy. Absolutely. Absolutely. So there is my review today on Hasbro. Let me wrap up the video. Did everybody tap the like button or the down like? I don't mind what you do. Just do something. Have you subscribed to the channel? Have you become a member yet? Are you part of the Lucasades? Are you going to send this out on social media so I get some toys from Hasbro and it ranks number one for Hasbro in the world? It can and it will. All you've got to do, the Lucasades, is hashtag the word Lucasades, LUCASADES, message and email investor relations. Every one of you do it. Take the video and put it on their social media and tag them in it and share it around. I guarantee this will rank number one on YouTube. This one is a bit different. I would say I would give this about 2 or 3 weeks. Let's get it up there. And then if that happens, it's a positive review. People will buy the stock. You watch it go up. Mark my words, let's see it go up. All right, we'll come back here in a week and a month and let's see if it's gone up. I think it will. That's my prediction. So in the style of Hasbro, to add a little bit of toyish gamery, do you like that? Is that a real word? Probably not. There we go. We're all going to make some money, but better than that. You ready? Let me make my prediction. I predict within about 2 or 3 weeks we'll rank number one on Hasbro, on YouTube and Google. The stock price will go up and Hasbro might reach out to me and I might get some free toys. That's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right. I know I'm right. I can already see it. Yep. He can read people's minds. Yep. Yeah, I can. I can read people's minds. there's Hasbro. Click above my head, down below in the description for all the links. If you want Alpha Spread, you want my software, it's free to all my members, and you get a lifetime discount if you want the pro version as well. Go over here, more reviews. Let's do it. Let's make it #1 on Google and YouTube. Let's get some free toys and let's make some money riding around on My Little Pony. Until next time, congratulations, 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons. Take care of yourselves and each other.